Model this. I'm going to be modeling exercise 2 today. I'm going to give us some shortcuts and make it very simple. So let's look at the diagram. As you can see, we have a top and a horizontal and vertical plane to construct, but I'm going to use top plane. So this is the one I did already. You can see the view and I've painted it. So I'm going to teach you how to get something like this in very easy steps using SolidWorks. So let's head over to our toolbars. Mine is loading, so it's taking some time. So head over to sketch, choose top plane. We're going to pick center rectangle. From the center point, draw your rectangle. Then if you look at your drawing, remember we had a length of 100 millimeter and another of 120 millimeter. So we're going to do just that. Pick any side and measure them at those exact dimensions, 100 and 120. So after this, you click on OK. Then you head over to your lining tools. Here we're going to now measure from the diagram, from that point to the first center line it was 70 millimeters. So I'm just going to measure 70 millimeter so that we'll know the exact point to place our center line, starting from one end of the rectangle. And we're constructing the lower parts first before the upper parts. So you draw a center line. Let me take it again. Draw a center line. Then turn it to construction line. I taught that in my last video. Then you measure from these other parts. If you go back to the drawing, you will see that from this point to the first center line we're going to dimension it now. It was 30, so we're going to just put 30 there, 30 millimeter. Then from that same point of the center line to the other center line it was 60, so we're going to dimension here 60. Then now we go to our line tools and draw the center lines from those 2 points, so that we're going to have a midpoint inside our diagram. Cancel this, Ctrl Z or escape. Then change it to construction line. The both lines you just drew, convert them to construction line. You can see I'm taking it a little bit fast because I taught the basics in other videos. So you head over to this part, click on it. We're going to use the first type. So we're going to start from the midpoint of one end to the other midpoint. So you click on it, then you drag to the other point, then you click, then you open. So now click OK. So looking at your drawing, you see that that first part was 15 and the other was 30, which is the filleting part. So we're going to dimension here now 15. Then for the filleting, we head over to our fillet tool. After dimensioning, I'm going to take it again 15 from the edge, not from the midpoint, from the edge. Then head over to our filleting tool now. Tap on it. Change that number in there to 30 since the radius is 30. So now you click on that point on the rectangle, not just that point. Look at it. So you have this. Then click on OK. And you have this. So you can feel free to delete those extra lines you use as guidelines for measuring. It's your choice. You can either delete them or leave them. But sometimes I leave it, while sometimes I just use them like that. But I'm deleting this part. So now we exit sketch and we extrude. Go to features, click on extrude boss. Look at. Then don't forget, from the drawing, the width of the base was 20 millimeter. So we're still going to use that as our width length. So click on 20, then extrude, and this is what we have here. So immediately we are going to move to the next part, which is the vertical part, which looks as if it's standing, that has green on top. If you look from the midpoint, we had something like 30 from the bottom of this to the other parts. So we are going to draw a straight line from this point here, which is going to be a height of 30. Make it vertical. Then we dimension it 30. 30 millimeter. Then we draw and connect it to form a rectangle. So from this lower point now to this top, we are looking for the way to find the construction line, the midpoint of this other plane. So from the diagram, if you look at it, from the bottom to here it was 30. So, and coming to the horizontal parts, from here to the first midpoint that was vertical, we had 20 as the distance, 20 millimeter. Then from 20 to the other midpoint, we had 80 millimeters. So we dimension it 80. Then we rule our midpoint lines. Then change it. Always remember, we'll convert it to construction line so that it will not be part of your drawing. So now we convert the 3 lines we just drew now to construction lines. Then you go and pick that same shape again, which is slots. So from one point, remember, always put it at the midpoint. Click on it, then drag to the second end, click, then open. After opening, you click, then OK. So we're going to dimension that edge now. Looking at the diagram, you can see we've gotten the radius. So we're going to dimension it 6, just like it was in the diagram. So go back to your fillet. The outer part was 20 millimeter. So click on that dot, click on the other dots, then fillet it, and you are done. You can see here I'm not going to erase my guidelines like I did in the first one. It's your choice. So you just head over to features and extrude. Click on the part you want to extrude. You can see when I clicked on extrude, it was behind my drawing. So to bring it inside, I'm just going to change direction by clicking here. After this, you can see it changed direction, and it's also extrude the 20mm. So I'm just going to extrude it, and voila, here's your drawing. You see, it didn't take us much time. Practice makes perfect, like I always say. So here you have it. Exercise 2 is done and dusted.